recall getting up for today at sometime around 3:30 p.m. after staying up until roughly sometime between 7 in the morning and noon. I recall staying up until noon because I recall calling my dad right before noon to let him know that I had stayed up that long. Except it wasn't a complete all-nighter. I recall getting a couple hours sleep, roughly from 3 to 5 in the morning. But I got up for the day very late. And because I got only partial sleep, during the night. Yeah, it was at 7:20 p.m. around that time that I had the first of a total of 3 McRibs that I got from McDonald's. Earlier today, I had heard that the McRib was back at McDonald's, and I wanted to see if our local McDonald's had it. We couldn't cook. We couldn't cook tonight or tomorrow for the most part because there were preparations we had to make for tomorrow's party. In particular, the most significant party preparations we made today was in the evening, I believe sometime shortly after I had a thing of Wendy's chili around 5:20 p.m. We went to Wegmans in order to buy supplies for the party. Though before we made that trip, Mom went to Wegmans solely to pick up my birthday cake. They successfully put on my custom image. And the cake looked nice and decorated, although I can't show the actual cake until the actual party tomorrow. Since the cake is intended for the party. At the trip to Wegmans Mom and I made together, we got things such as $2 of Coca-Cola, some 2 liters of Mountain Dew Code Red. I initially suggested Hawaiian Punch, though Mom felt that that one could potentially be too staining. Potentially due to dye in the Hawaiian Punch. As well as if I recall correctly, some of all this in order to be able to make a punch recipe called hippie juice. And it'll come with some frozen fruit. We also plan on having some plastic or otherwise fake eyeballs floating in whatever container ultimately ends up holding the Mountain Dew Code Red. We got crackers, sliced cheese, both ended up being assorted. A party-sized cheese mix of Munchies. That's the name of the bag of chips. Because it came with Sun Chips and we couldn't find any standalone Sun Chips. Any bags of just Sun Chips, that is. We had a brief conversation with the Wegman staff member who cashed us out and bagged us. That is, put our party supplies into bags. In this case, when it comes to Wegmans, it's in these reusable fabric bags that I think you can accurately describe as tote bags due to the fabric used for those bags, though I'm not sure if they literally are tote bags. I'm not familiar with the exact shape of those kind of bags. Yeah, we made some good conversation with him. Specifically, we told him about our upcoming party, and I told him about my polystyrene drawings. And the trip to McDonald's after our trip to Wegmans. Aside from the 3 McRibs, that I got, Mom got, if I recall correctly, 3 cheeseburgers from our local McDonald's, which is right next door to our local Wegmans. While you don't have to be in our area to have a McDonald's, because they pretty much have McDonald's all over the world. I think, if I recall correctly, you do have to be roughly in our area to have a local Wegmans, because Wegmans isn't exactly a global chain. If I recall correctly. Recently, during a visit to congregate with the intention of collecting the badge of the day, even though I don't really have to play games on Congregate because I have the majority of badges in the lineup for the badge of the day already. I checked out the most recent games uploaded onto the site, and while Congregate stopped accepting new games more than a year ago, it seems it's still possible to technically upload a new game to the site if you do so by updating a game you already uploaded. In this case, it seems that Happy Waku Project, the game devs, released either a debug build or the full version of incremental epic hero 2 by using the registration for their debug build of the original incremental epic hero, essentially making an update, which you're allowed to do in case, typically in the case of releasing new versions with bug fixes, typically. The game seems to be pretty interesting thus far. It's been fun to check it out. It's a good new game, although I do wish Congregate had never stopped making new badges for the games on their site. I started playing that game yesterday, if I recall correctly. I'd like to mention that Mom went to Wegmans by herself when she went to pick up to not only pick up our birthday cake, by our I mean for the party, is technically a birthday cake for me, even though it's shared with my sister. She's currently in a different area of the country than I am. Oh yeah, and during that particular trip to Wegmans, in which Mom went by herself, she also got an Oreo ice cream cake because I said that I wanted that. Yeah, I only need one more artifact to fully evolve this evolvable building. Also, I'm nearly done with the grooves for the second jack-o'-lantern polystyrene cup drawing, although that's in terms of just drawing the grooves themselves, for which I'm using an orange ultrafine Sharpie marker, and then I'll draw over them using a red ultrafine Sharpie marker. And I'm doing this to ensure that the grooves look the same for both of those polystyrene cup jack-o'-lantern drawings.